Welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, PiMacleod, and here we are, day 4283, with, what, a new Spider-Man India cover, a couple days off, and other stuff, but I think some of us have stopped counting a while back. This new update isn't treating everyone well, is it? I'm not here to tell you it's going to get better or worse. I'm not a doomsday prophet sort of guy. I'm also not, like, going to blow smoke up your behind, tell you that everything's gonna be great. I'm just playing the game for the state it's in. And for those who are wondering, I didn't update yet. I turned my MPQ off of auto update a little, well, shoot, a couple months ago actually. I just kind of, saw the Unity engine, saw everything going down, and I'm not saying I didn't have hope or optimistic vibes or anything, but at the same time, we've all seen many games in the past, lots of games, that undergo a big change, and then there's hiccups right off the rip, just right out the gate. Big problems, right? Something just kind of told me, you know what, maybe I don't want to auto-update right away. Maybe I want to just let the game update, but then I'll get the update a little later. Just maybe, because after the first couple of days of it going out, people are going to complain. The internet be interneting. That's how I like to say it. And people are going to complain everywhere. Reddit, Discord, everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. And the developers will get those memos, and they'll make quick fixes and hot fixes and whatever other types of fixes that you want to think of. And from there, hopefully, by the time you are demanded, it's required that you have said update, there'll be a fix in place. That's how I'm living in Marvel Puzzle Quest right now. I haven't updated yet, so I hope you're able to do this. I hope you're able to do your Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. I'm hoping you're ready for a boss this Thursday. I hope you're ready for the Puzzle Gauntlet. I hope you're ready for those things. And if the game isn't treating you well because you have the update, or your version of your console, device, whatever of choice you're playing Marvel Puzzle Quest on isn't allowing you to enjoy it, that sucks. And I'm sorry. Sorry to hear it. But I'm here for you. I'll give you a virtual hug, a pat on the back, a there, a fist bump, and hopefully you can join us again soon. What's up, Brian? Show me how Dark Veil and Kang works. Interesting. A request like that right off the rip. I think you asked this last time, and it was at the end of the video or the stream, and I said, maybe next time. You know what? I'm going to do Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D., so let's not do that yet. Meaning, let's not do Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. now. I'll do this real quick. If that sound fair, we could do that. I'll do this real quick. Well, you have a request. Let's get it out of the way, and we'll move on. I'll go into Versus. Shoot, why not? Confidence boost, right? I've only got a couple of fights in there. I did like 3 fights. I did hit all of his quest. 20 castings of red, his yellow, his blue, and got done. It was about almost 20 castings in each match. I milked it. It was like I just sat there. I think I lost one of the fights. I didn't care. I was doing his 20 casts of each one. No, wait. Yeah, I did lose one of them, so I must have did 4 fights and I have 3 wins. Numbers, whatever. Okay, come on, Brian. Let's do this. I want to find someone worthwhile. There's Apocalypse and Thor. This would work probably decently well against them because Apocalypse is boosted. You want someone... I'm going to say this with a grain of salt. You're supposed to use Dark Veil and King against heavy hitters, okay? You need someone to trigger Dark Veil's ability to send the opponent away when they get hit hard, okay? The point is you get hit so hard that Dark Veil's passive just kicks his, oh, no, go away, and just sends him out the back door for a couple of turns. Just, nope, get out of here. So if you play it against just anybody, it won't work. You got to make sure you're going to get hit super hard. In this case, there's a level 583 boosted Apocalypse. That'll probably do. I'm just going to look around and see if someone else is pretty good. Beta Ray Bill Polaris. Polaris is a good one. Polaris usually triggers it, but I'm just going to see what my other option is. The boosted 596 Juggernaut would probably trigger it too. Plus, with all that health, 351,000 health that guy has, that might do it too. They're pretty good candidates. I'm not sure who the scariest one is to fight. I'm going to say it's this guy, because you get one stray cascade, and Juggernaut's Headbutt is going to send you into next year. And you could say that for a lot of things, but like Apocalypse, for example, needs like 7 yellow, then he gets the repeaters, then he gets the protects, and then finally, you know, like his black can kill you, or you need the repeaters out first for his red to kill you. You kind of need a setup for that. For Beta Ray Bill and Polaris, same thing, and you don't even need Dark Veil King for them. Just do someone that gets rid of projectiles. I don't know, Gore, you know, someone like that. Someone just get rid of them. But for these two, you don't really have an answer for them. You just have I hope I beat them before they beat me. So this will be a good candidate. Let's go into here. I'm just looking at them real quick. They got like got a 6 level stone and a level 155 element blasters. Okay, nothing big. If I want to Dark Veil them, let me just type in D-A-R-K. And get my little green-haired Dark Veil out over here. And then over here, I'm going to type in K-A-N-G. And put King over here. You can use 3-star King, too. It works with both of them. It doesn't matter. I use 5-star because, obviously, more health. Might as well, right? More staying power. Over here, on Dark Veil, I will put on Krakoa. You don't have to. This is just a suggestion. I do this because you're going to start off with an extra amount of AP to get you rolling, right? Dark Veil already starts out with, not that one. Is it this one? Nope. This one? There it is, the blue one. At the start of the battle, and whenever Dark Veil returns from away, gain 3 yellow AP. I could boost that up, and it doesn't change that, okay? So even at level 3, I'm getting 3 yellow AP to start the fight. Yellow is Dark Veil's strongest color. Krakoa says, I'm going to start with so much of my strongest color AP, okay? In this case, it's yellow. So I'm going to have enough yellow to cast that Create Light in the World ability, which puts a repeater on the board and creates more AP every time it counts down to 0. That's a good thing, a very good thing. Also, casting an ability will help out Kang. Why? Because on Kang, I'm going to put on the refreshment card. You might be like, why? Why would you do that, right? Kang loves countdowns. Every time anybody on your team casts a power, this refreshment card is going to put on a couple turn, it's like 2 or 3 turn countdown tile. And that countdown tile will because the refreshment card create just one random, no, not a random, I'm sorry, 1 AP in the supported character's strongest color. So for King, it's black. And also, it'll make, that countdown out there. And that's super important because Cosmic Tactician costs 6 purple, and it adds a turn to all countdowns on the board, which he likes to make countdowns, right? And then it does damage for all the turns of all the countdowns out on the board. You might ask yourself, well, what does this have to do with the Dark Veil King combo? Absolutely nothing. I'm saying all this because it's an extra way to kill someone pretty quickly. Like, you don't have to send all 3 of them away. You could kill one of them and then send the other 2 away. It's still a win. I like to have a contingency plan. If you put all your eggs in one basket, you have a chance of losing because you planned on only winning by one way. So I have also a contingency plan here in his ability to create black AP with a refreshment cart and ability to abuse this cheap 6 purple Cosmic Tactician that does a ton of damage based on how many turns all the countdown tiles have out there. Finally, over here, it's a loner. I can't put a support on him. I could use my own Captain Avalon. He's not champed yet, so I'm not even going to bother. This should be enough, but wait, there's more. You should put 2 team up AP, 2 blue purple, and at least one all AP. This will make sure you have 3 blue, 3 purple, and 3 team up AP. You can put it on 4 if you want. If you feeling like you need the little extra support, go for it. But I do just 3. Just personally, I don't want to waste 2 all AP boosts if I don't have to. We all know that they're actually worth HP or gold to buy in the game unless you're earning them through the Taco Vault, which is what I generally do. You need 3 team up AP because of Dark Veil. Dark Veil's Throwing Shade says once per turn if the ally in front would take over this amount of damage, yours may vary, spend 3 team up AP to reduce it by 100%, that means 0 damage, and send the target away for 3 turns. That's a really big part of this. The second part is King. King's, is it blue? There it is. At the start of his turn, King's team regains any AP lost from destroy or steal effects. I'm going to reword that for you. King's team regains all AP lost from any effect where you didn't spend it as an active power. Not joking, that's what it means. It literally works on anything where you passively spend AP. Mysterio's blue. Yes, that's a thing. Samurai Dakin's, is it purple? Or is it black? I forget which color it is, but like spends like, you have to have like 6 or more AP, and then it spends 2 of it to create these repeaters. There's so many different characters that spend AP passively, and King says, hey, you dropped this, have it back. Okay? This is it right here. Darkveil's going to spend 3 team up AP to say, nope, you go away, you hit my friend too hard. Then King's going to be like, oh no, you weren't supposed to spend that, have it back. You're going to rinse and repeat this. The only time this doesn't work, and I want you to pay attention to this part, is with Chasm. If the enemy is Chasm, Chasm stuns you in the beginning, and because you're stunned in the beginning, King's passive doesn't get a chance to kick in, and it won't work the rest of the match. I don't know why that's allowed. It doesn't seem right to basically blank King's passive for the entire match, but it's how it works. Some people want to argue it and say, well, hey, is his passive never fired because he was stunned in the beginning? Oh yeah, explain Peggy Carter. Explain anyone else who gets a passive that continues to work after the first turn of Chasm. I'll rest my case there until that's answered. Anyways, hey John, thanks for joining us. Easier to kill Captain Avalon and send the other 2 away. 100%, John. Thanks for joining me, John, by the way. Brian, this team is awesome. It's the only reason I play PvP anymore. This is John speaking truth here. Does it work with Sidewinder? King replenish, that is. Yes, it does. I did the Sidewinder replenish with King. It's cool because King is also a villain, so if you match team up AP, you're getting 2 more because Sidewinder says so, and then okay, so you'd have to do a pick 3 team for this, but yes, it works. Or does Sidewinder spend the team up? Now he spends it to fuel the extra match damage, but yes, King will give it back. And because it's a villain, if you're matching team up AP, you get more. It's really fun, but it's obviously not as fast or as strong as certain other combos out there. So it's It's cool and it's cute and you figured something out, but it's not like the best thing in the, you know, since sliced bread. Anyways, all those words, blah, blah, blah. Let's get it, right? So here we go. We got 8 yellow because Krakoa plus Dark Veil starting AP. So that's great. We're going to start off with the Create Light in this world. And there's a countdown. Yay, countdowns. We want blue AP ASAP, okay? Let me give me that yellow into blue combo. Oh, you're gonna hit me too hard. I should have switched off Captain Avalon, but honestly, it's okay. It'll work out just fine. Don't spend those abilities just because you see him flashing over there. Don't do that. Save it. Oh, look at it. I still have 3 team-up AP. Thank you. Oh, Kangish gave it back. See, I have 3 team-up AP again. And now, I have 2 enemies away, and I have 9 blue AP. That's literally a win. That's it. Now, in a perfect world, I would have switched off of Captain Avalon in the beginning and did that to Venom or Juggernaut first. And then I would have done the second away from Dark Veil to the other one, the Venom or Juggernaut, right? The one I didn't do yet. And then Captain Avalon is sitting there with like 9,000 health, being like, please don't punch me in the face. And I'd punch him in the face for the win. But since I had, ooh, nice. Yay. Since I had 9 blue AP, I just sent him away and said, bye. That's it. Okay? I hope that helps you, Brian. That's King and Dark Veil in a very long, drawn-out explanation. I hope you got all the details you need out of that. Rinse and repeat that against anybody you want. If you're going to do it against Sam and Jugs, and you know you see them in PvP, target Juggernaut first. Without Juggernaut, Sam can't do anything. He's relying on somebody to hit an enemy team for him. Make sure Juggernaut is your first targeted opponent. Dark Veil sends him away. Then Sam is sitting there with his thumb up his butt. Sam is your second one sent away. And then the third person's just sitting there like, I'm just the loner, help me. And you punch him in the face. There you go. Okay, let's move on. We're here for a Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. Thanks for the diversion, though, Brian. I appreciate it. It's fun to show people this stuff because, honestly, let's spread the love. There's no reason to keep this all to myself like Scrooge McDuck, okay? What's up, Dark? Yay! Dark's here. Thanks for joining me, buddy. Okay. You said lab time with me? That's not lab. That's like a known solution. We're just spreading the love to more people. Oh, here we go. My Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. shows Maximus. How about yours? Let's get in here. Well, join forces with Captain Avalon as he proves himself in S.H.I.E.L.D. exercises. Brian Braddock, you look different. You really look different, buddy. I don't know. Is it the hair? Maybe it's the way your hand is stressed out so overly, like you just crippled it. I don't know. Anyways. All need love right now. This is true, Dark. School in session with Professor Pie. You guys are funny. Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's go against Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane, plural wolves, is... I'm not afraid of this. That's all there is to it. The only thing that's annoying and hard about Wolfsbane is her black. If she gets that black off, this will be super annoying. Because that black is invisibility. She goes invisible. And then she actually has really good countdown damage abilities. She could pick and whittle at you until you're dead because she's safe being invisible. That's not cool. So, and there's no stunning. It's right there in the words. So that's going to be the hard part. Make sure she doesn't go invisible. We got Captain Avalon, Brian Braddock as a loner, 553. Let's read the abilities as we do every time. Sword of Might. For 6 red, let's see, deal a small amount of damage to the target. That's small. I feel like when it's like, if you take this is how I think about it, okay? If you take the number of AP the ability costs, multiply it by 1,000. I'm looking for that. If it costs me 6 AP and I'm not getting like anywhere between 5 and 6,000 damage, that's a little underwhelming then. That's kind of how I view these abilities. And I'm talking about at this basic level. This isn't like super level 550 boosted level. I'm like right here, right when we're starting off, right? This is less than half of that. So I know this ability isn't about the damage right off the rip, right? Can't be. Can't be. Or am we missing something? Deal less than half the amount of damage I want. If Captain Avalon's current health percentage is higher than the target, I'm not happy with that statement. I'll get to that in a minute. Increase this damage by a very small amount for each 5% he is higher. As a passive, Captain Avalon's team gains 150% increased effect from strike tiles while he has the highest percentage of health remaining on the team. Okay, one thing at a time here. I don't like the current health percentage is higher deal because I don't have a calculator sitting right next to me ready to calculate my max health divided by my current health equals, I don't know, 89%. And let's look at the enemy's health and figure this out. I don't have that. I'm not going to do that. So I don't like this ability until developers, if you're listening, please put a little marker in there, a little percentage. Your current health percentage is 83%, and the enemy's is blah, blah, blah percent. Just do that, please. Please, please. I'm not here to run math for this. I'm not. Okay, second thing of note. When it says Captain Avalon's team gains 150% increased effect from strike tiles while he has the highest percentage of health remaining on the team, this means he has to have the highest percentage of health out of your current teammates. He's the newest character in the game right now, meaning he's not going to be as highly leveled as your current guys. So he's probably not tanking. You probably have Juggernaut or, I don't know, some 5-star Polaris, somebody tanking over Captain Avalon. Captain Avalon's not going to take hits for a while unless you do something to make him take hits. That's how I see this. So I'm not too impressed with this. Although if you can get it to work, funny enough, I feel like he would be really happy to be teammates with Maximus. Maximus makes some really super strong strike tiles, doesn't he? So does Hot Pool. That could be really dangerous. 150% on that. But we'd have to get him to tank and take some hits. Or get other people to take hits. And he has the high... I don't like it. He has to be the highest percentage because he's sitting in the back. I don't know. I guess he has to sit behind everyone else and watch them die. I'm reevaluating my words here. He has to sit behind everyone else and watch them take hits so he could be the highest percentage of health remaining on the team. That's really weird. I don't know. Anyways, I'm moving on. Knight of the Realm. Intrusive mechanic trying his powers to health percentage. Not ideal, but interesting. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it'd be nice if they just gave us that number readout on the power. Oh, no problem, Brian. No, don't mention it, but thank you. So Knight of the Realm, 3. Cost 3. That's awesome. 3 is cheap. Like the cheapest it gets besides, well, Multiple Man. But anyways, it's pretty darn cheap. Select a teammate and swap their current health percentage with Captain Avalon. Now that's cool. The idea that like, oh, this guy revolves around health percentages based, against his teammates and whatnot. You could just for 3 yellow just be like, oh no, I need to be higher or I need to be lower. And you just swap with somebody. That's cool. That's actually really nice. As a passive, at the start of Captain Avalon's turn and after he fires this ability, if he has the highest health percentage on your team, create 2 mediocre strike tiles. But otherwise, in other words, if he's not the highest health percentage on the team, create 2 mediocre projectiles. Again, I'm looking at Maximus in my head. Creating tiles? Maximus likes that. Anyways, this is just where my brain's going with it. Finally, Oath Unbroken. 6 blue. If Captain Avalon's current health percentage is lower than the target's, so in other words, blue is good for lower, red is good for higher. Burst heal Captain Avalon for a chintzy amount of health, increased by an okay amount of health for each friendly projectile. Now that could get pretty good. Projectiles are plentiful. They can be, at least. Then deal some damage to the target. That damage is really small. But this is rank 3, so let's just pump it up, right? Yeah, it's still chintzy. but it's there. It could get better. So, and it is a healing ability that gets pretty decent, I guess. There's no real cap. It doesn't say like a max of 5 projectiles or something. It just, as long as you have the projectiles, you're going to get that burst heal. And then a little bit of damage added in as well. Okay. Passive. Captain Avalon's team gains 150% increased effect from projectiles, while he has the lowest percentage of health remaining on the team. Okay. I can't help but think about Maximus the whole time I'm reading these abilities. He loves making these big tiles. This could be interesting if you use it right. Okay. 6 red, 3 yellow, 6 blue, cheap abilities. He performs better for strike tile purposes when he's got the highest health percentage on the team. He performs really good for protect tile abilities and burst healing when he is the lowest health percentage on the team. If he's right in the middle, then he sucks. Okay, we understand Captain Avalon a little bit now. Let's take off these boosts. Oh, and I almost did it. Where are my manners? I promised a one-on-one fight. We have to do these animations. Silly pie. Get in there, Maximus. I mean, I think it's ironic they show Maximus on a character that I think will do good with Maximus. Keywords, I think. Anyways, go. Let's get in there. I missed some things. What was that? Dark. You need to use his yellow first to swap health pool so he's strongest. Fair. It's good now while he's low and everyone else takes damage. This is true. But once leveled up, it's dicey. His yellow helps out. But it's not worth it, in my opinion, since your real heavy hitter is now much weaker, and Avalon has to do all the work while the HP he stole. True. Need some land time with him, but I think he works with Polaris. Who doesn't? Something I was thinking about this, Dark. I was reading his abilities earlier, and this is for everybody listening. There is a certain 3-star out there. There's a couple of 3-stars out there, right? That do this, that work with this. Kane Parker hurts himself, right? To do more damage and stuff. I was just thinking about that. Hurts himself. Puts out protect tiles when he hurts himself. Also 3-star Agatha. Increases self-damage done. And there's strong effects because of it. There's strong outcomes because of increasing self-damage done. I'm not going to get into all the mechanics there, but there's some self-damaging things in there that would keep Captain Avalon here, higher than his teammates. Just things I was thinking about. I literally thought about them, I don't want to say a day or two ago. I'm like, might explore that as I get Captain Avalon built up. Anyways. Red, yellow, blue. We want all of the above. We don't want her to get black. Can't forget that. She goes invisible on black. Don't like it. Do not suggest it. Do not pass go. Oh, his yellow is going to be pointless, isn't it? I just want to cast it right now. Aren't any valid characters? That's great. I have an unusable yellow ability. Haha, you didn't get your black yet. So I made 2 strike tiles because At the start of Captain Avalon's turn and after he fires his ability, so at the start of the turn, right? If he has the highest health percentage on your team, which he does, create 2 strength strike tiles. Otherwise, so he's always going to create strike tiles in one-on-one fights then, because he's not going to be the lowest. You can't be lower than number 1 in this case. So I'm always going to get strike tiles on this, huh? That seems to me that he'd be a good candidate for low-level AI in situations like this. Anyways, should we do this now? Sure, let's go. Wham! That vertical slice looks like it's straight out of Silver Samurai's playbook. So does being solo mean gets 100% bonus for both? I wish it was for both. It looks like it's just for strike tiles, buddy. I don't think it counts like the fact that he can't be lower than first place, right? In this case. I'm gonna cast this blue though, just to get that looky-loo. Ooh, nice little back slice. Wham! I think the red one looked better though. I'm just gonna keep getting strike tiles. Okay, let me cast the yellow. I want the animation. This game's a jerk. I'm gonna go into the store and downvote it. No, I'm joking. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Well, we got to see the red and the blue animation. Not bad. They're just slice animations. One's vertical, one's horizontal. Okay, let's fight against him now. Now we know what he's going to do. He's going to make 2 strike tiles every turn, right? He's going to get more bang for his buck out of his red. His blue is going to suck. There's no projectile, and he's not the lowest on his team. He can't cast his yellow. Basically, red is how he's going to do his best damage. So, in other words, don't worry about it and just go ham. That's kind of how I view this. What's that? Let's get... What? I don't want to use a 5-star. That's silly. That's just super silly. Although, if you were going to use a 5-star, I guess you could kind of neuter his strike tiles with Black Suit Spider-Man. You'd be like, what strike tiles? And just take it to him. You could use Polaris and just take his tiles and use them against him, but I mean, Polaris would hand anyone their own behind, right, in this game? I feel like someone that could use that sort of abuse of power. I know. Let's do this one. I've had some fun with him lately. Oops, wrong one. This one. Let's get Rhino. Rhino loves using this whole Rhino Might thing. Whenever an enemy strike, attack, or projectile is matched or destroyed, he deals damage and jumps to the front. I mean, he's already in the front, but dealing the damage would be really nice, right? Plus, his blue, he takes 58% less damage from enemy powers. So that red's not going to hurt so much, right? Plus his green, blue, and black base match damage is increased by 200%. Let's take Rhino in there and rock his world, right? Okay. No sports needed. Let's get into it. No stuns allowed. No stuns allowed. Get that red. You don't want that red. I'm telling you, you don't want it, sir. We want greens and blacks. Blue is good just for match damage alone. So I might as well... Oh, I see green over here. Let me take that green. Go on, make those tiles. Make those tiles. Let's see it work. Let's watch it work right here. He's going to make the match 4, right? It didn't work. Oh, is it because he's already in front so he doesn't jump to the front? That's not fair. Whenever enemy strike, attack, projectile is matched or destroyed, deals damage and jumps to the front. I thought the order of operations would have been dealt damage and then... Well, that makes me sad now. Fine. Ah, it worked when I did it, though. I matched it and it did damage to him. Game's being picky. Me no likey. Anyways. Barrels to that position, deals damage to enemy team, and destroys a random block of tiles, plus additional one enemy or basic tile. If Rhino's in front, also stun a random enemy, but of course, we can't get stuns in this one-on-one mode. I think we'll wait for him to get a couple more tiles up and running. I want to be able to, like, you know, hit a bunch of tiles if I can. Give me that green. He can take that blue all he wants. Although that's so annoying that it's not doing extra damage with that. That match damage being 200% more is really nice though. I'll take that. Extra damage. Okay, let's do it now. Oh, that was fun. I like that. And you're done. I could have used Karnak. We could have used America Chavez. We could have used Medusa. We could have used Polaris, obviously. M'Baku. The list goes on and on. There's plenty of characters to use. But I saw enemy tiles being made every turn. And I said, that could be fun. Let's abuse that. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes here. We got 8 nodes of goodness. Days 1... Well, the first 2 nodes of day 1 and day 2 are very easy, Thanosable as I like to call it. In this case, we'll just throw in Thanos and a loner. We'll go loner and loner. And where's Big Purple at? There he is. And as soon as we get in there, we'll turn off the animations because we don't need to see death corded over and over again. You, get over here. I guess we... there's no goon. Okay. I mean, they're all goons, I should say. Oh, that was handy. Okay. What's that? I used this fight to farm power usage for his quest. Only one you couldn't use was yellow. Okay. And this is why we live. Puck! You said Puck, John? Oh, man. No. Look, I had a nice dinner tonight. I don't want to lose my stomach. I don't know. Take the green? Take the green. This one right here. I was looking at the projectiles he just made. I thought he only made those if he was the lowest health percentage on his team. Did he take a hit last time? Oh, he took a Thanos hit last time. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was like, wait, where did the protects come from? That means you could warm him up. Kind of like good old-fashioned 5-star Thor, right? You get him to half health, and then his half health ability kicks in. So if you just make sure Captain Avalon starts with a couple of scrapes and bruises on him, you're guaranteeing that you're going to make a couple protects every turn going into your fights. Beta Ray Bill would be interested to know about that. Okay. Let's see. It's all goons, but the Sentry Fighter is annoying. We all know this, but we are being forced to use an extra 4-star in here, and that is Captain Britain. We got an old Captain Britain and a new Captain Britain, right? Yay! Let's go, Braddock's. Funny enough, she loves projectiles. She goes together with projectiles like, you know, peanut butter and jelly. So, and since he's making projectiles hand over fist, this should work really well. I'm gonna go ahead and not use Thanos because that's silly. For every 3 AP you have amongst Captain Britain's strongest colors, increase the base match damage of her strongest colors by 130%. And she deals 75% bonus ability damage, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Heroes, Excalibur, Mutants, Supernatural. Good to know. Captain Avalon. Heroes, Supernatural, Geniuses, and Excalibur. I just want to see this real quick. I'm pretty sure this doesn't work this way, but you know, we could take a look. Hey, Deathlock. What are those words you use again? Synthetic or technologist? Nah, geniuses isn't good enough. Not good enough to be in that club. Dang, I was hoping for free AP, but oh well. Don't mind me. Just checking out things, seeing how it looks. That'd been really nice for creating that AP. Let's see. How do we get some free AP, right? We could mess around with certain characters and cascade potentials. Charge tiles for making more free AP. I don't think... Well, Medusa, honestly, wouldn't be too bad. Because there's going to be enemy tiles out there because of the Sentry Fighter, right? And that means those enemy tiles will give us more AP. Well, they give us purple, green, and blue, though. The blue would be nice. But we really just need the purple. We wouldn't have any use for the green. That's kind of a shame. Okay. Who else? Who else? Red Guardian is the same colors, but he kind of sucks, you know. You only get those protects on yellow tiles. His blue is a stun, makes some attack tiles. He doesn't really do anything AP generating wise. I think he would just kind of hold the team back a little bit, unfortunately. I think Bishop might be good, honestly. Bishop generates blue. And then he helps generate protect tiles. We could use that. Yeah, we could use that with him. And then this would give us more blue AP to fire that off. And that helps us make... Maybe. It could work. It's potential. Hold up. What level are you? 299? Level 180. 299. Let me read Dazzler real quick. She would be my tank in this team. If Dazzler would take 5% or more damage for every 2 friendly strike, protect, or attack tiles, up to 8 on the board, remove 2 enemy strike, protect, or attack tiles, or countdowns, and stun the target for a turn. Then empower 4 random friendly tiles by 20%. She would tank on this team. And he should be creating 2 tiles a turn. I just need to make sure she actually gets up there and takes a hit of 5% or more of her health. She has 26,000 health. 10% of that is 2,600. Half of that is 1,300. The enemy would have to hit her for 1,300 or more to trigger this ability. That's not going to happen with those goons, is it? Not unless their countdowns go off and all that other annoying stuff. It's not going to happen, is it? Dang, that would have been really fun, though. Maybe on the next go-around, on day 2, because there's enemy tile movers in there, that could have potential. Yeah, well, maybe we'll go with that. We'll save this for that. Will you just stick around, Dazzler? We might get back to you on that one. Ooh, Black Panther. This might be it right here. Kinetic Shield. Whenever you match or destroy projectile, deal damage for each projectile on the board. Right? So as long as Captain Avalon is taking some hits, and he might, we can generate some projectiles. Plus, Captain Britain over here, wasn't it? Started trying to create a strength blob or projectile up to the number of mutants on your team. Oh, well. That would make me think Bishop, but still. Friendly projectiles gain this bonus strength with Captain Britain's in the front. Improve friendly projectiles. I don't know. This might have something. I want to give it a try. It's an easy fight. Let's try it out, right? Please, let me do this. Tenderize Avalon. Maximus, unless you're saving him. I want to save Maximus for probably for day 3 or 4. One of those. You get what I'm saying. I feel like he's got good potential already built in. Let's let the enemy cook a little bit, not to, you know, play with the pyro here, but we'll kill the pyro first and let these two other make some tiles to play with. I feel like that's going to help us somehow. I don't know how. Call it intuition, gut instinct, I don't know, something. So I want to keep making projectiles. Give me this into that. More projectiles. Yay! That's good. Okay. I was hoping this would work this way. Let's get a couple more out there if we can, if they allow me to. Is it when to match them or just destroy them as well? Maybe match or destroy projectile. Okay, so this would do damage. Yeah. Wow, it did like a couple thousand damage. It's good stuff. Nice. So technically, if I just went like this, almost dead. That person's almost dead. Good. Oh, see, now I'm making strikes. So the plan's kind of going a little haywire here, but it is what it is. But pretty soon here, we have enough AP where it's not going to matter. We have 4 yellow, 3 red, 3 purple, and remember, Captain Britain is going to do more match damage based on having, well, more AP in those colors. So this right here means a dead dog. There we go. Spoiler, the dog dies. Anyways. And then as for you, good sir, probably just kill you with something, right? Deals damage, increases strength. It doesn't matter. Damage. Deals damage and blah, blah, blah. Get out of here. Yay. Not bad. So as long as we know he's going to make projectiles all the time, that works, right? So you could tenderize Avalon, keep him low on your HP, have him be putting out projectiles, and then Black Panther's like, cool, thanks, bud. I'm going to use these over and over again. There's the thought. Day 1, test of skill. Assassin, analyst, aim mecha. That means we have goons. Very, very... Oh, Abigail Brand. She's not the worst 5-star out there, but it's like they made her when they were starting to think, hey, repeaters could be cool. We should do something more with repeaters. And then they made her, and they gave her a very lackluster set of repeater abilities. She has them. They're just nothing worth writing home about. Just look at the passives. That's all really what you need to know. Once per turn, when a friendly countdown or repeater count reaches 0, destroy 1 enemy AP in the enemy's strongest color. Can't it just be 1 enemy AP in their highest pool or something? I don't know. It's just 1. Yes, and it's only once a turn. Once a turn. That's what's really holding us back. Don't make it once a turn. Hey, developers, this is number 2 I'm asking you here. Remove the words once per turn from peak performance. That way, each countdown or repeater actually does its thing. And if you really wanted to have that set up in a fight, you could destroy a bunch of AP of the enemies, but you need all those countdowns and repeaters actually out there to A, get that effect, and B, actually work in this era where most everyone and their mother is using M-Thor. Mighty Thor, for those who don't understand. Come on. Come on. Let's make Abigail Brand actually do something. That's just one thing right there. Burn Notice, no passive on it, but it's a pretty decent ability as it is, and it's cheap. It makes some repeaters, removes some stuff, creates an attack tile, blah, blah, blah. Brand loyalty. This one should be so much better. It has so much potential. It's just not there. Up to 3 times per turn, when a friendly countdown or repeater count reaches 0, Abigail Brand's team gains a burst of health, and it's a decent burst for that. Again, just remove the the 3 times per turn. Remove that. Just let it happen. If you're making your team based on repeaters and countdowns, and you need a support character, Abigail Brand here shouldn't be held back by such words. You're not going to win the fight with removing AP and healing your team. That's not going to win the fight. It's going to stall. That's all it does. Let her stall. If someone wants to do it, let them do it. It's not like we're Tony Ho over here and just doing damage per repeater. I obviously have a problem with how Abigail Brand is made. You made a defensive support character and you held them back. Anyways, okay. She's based on repeaters. She can make what? Create some attack tiles. Creates a yellow countdown tile that reduces another friendly repeater countdown. Choose a basic tile to become a 2-turn fortified repeater that destroys 1 enemy AP in the chosen tile's color. There's nothing in her kit about strikes or projectiles. And that's all that Frankie Avalon deals with. It's all he deals with. And it's all based on his health percentage, which I guess Abigail Brand can heal him a bunch. But this isn't really helping. Yeah. Whatever, right? Right. Okay, so let's make it work. Well, now a curious thought crosses my mind. Does 5-star Kane Parker do the self-hit stuff? I don't use him enough to really remember that. Where are you at, Kane? I need to raise my list up to see Kane. Anyways, where are you at? I feel like I passed him. Did I pass him? No? You're around here. I passed you up. You know what? K-A-I. There he is. Boop. I wasn't looking for the right color of costume. Deal damage to the target. Give them Mark Kane. Character orders Mark Kane deals more damage. Makes a red match. Deal damage. Yeah, whatever. Reduce the damage of friendly future sense tile by this. Deal damage to target. When Kane takes enemy damage, reduce it by... He'd have to take damage. This enemy team isn't doing damage, right? Scarlet Spider. Yeah, he's not really going to help us here. I was just hoping to get something like that. What strength of strike tiles are you making? Do you know? 405, huh? Can we... Hold up. Can we work with this? Is this a thing? Start of his turn, Kane Parker takes 180 damage and creates a projectile. Okay. This might be a thing. He could hurt himself, right? And that would make him lower than Frankie Avalon over here. That's his new name, by the way. And yeah. Maybe he'll create strikes that way because he's higher, right? We're gonna force the effect. Maybe. I mean, because Abigail's gonna tank. He's not gonna tank. Captain Avalon's not gonna tank, right? 485. Ooh, maybe he will. We could use the yellows to swap it around, right? 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 Let's give it a shot. I want to see it work. I want to see it work. Brand is a 5-star support that's very good at the one thing they do, and what she does is stall. I mean, very good at it, sure, but she could be better. Like, just, I don't know. If you're gonna make a character that's good at stalling, make them good at stalling. Even 5-star Wanda and Colossus are sitting there like, bro, you could do better. Who do I get rid of first? I get rid of the tile mover, right? The tile mover's annoying. They always are. There we go. Okay, so now Kane took health damage. So maybe this puts him in the position of being higher percentage, right? Maybe? Not yet, I guess. He's still considered lower? If he has the highest health percentage, he can create 2 405 strike tiles. I guess because he's tied, it's considered lower? But he shouldn't be tied. I don't know. I'll give it a couple turns. Maybe it's such a small amount of health that it doesn't count. Oh no, he took 1 damage. No. I should swap it with Abigail. Like, this could work with 1 damage. I'm going to swap it with Abigail. Okay. That's ridiculous. That worked. So let's put Abigail in front. That's awesome. I got more strike tiles out of that. Okay. Might as well, right? Choose a tile. I don't know. Green? They seem to be making green hand over fist. Sure. I might as well make the match 5, right? That's kind of silly if I don't. No, I ruined some of my strike goodness. Okay, give me this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up, slow down. Deal damage to the target. Whenever King Parker deals damage, if he hits a different target than the previous, increase that damage by 110%. Hits a different target from previous. Didn't I just make a match 5? And it's saying previous target is nobody. I don't believe you. I want to see this work. See, it did work. Yeah, now it says previous target was assassin. I guess if I cast it again, I don't know. Let's go with, I guess I'll take that. Why not? All right. The brand loyalty kicked in. That's cute. Wow, Kane is actually taking some damage here. It's kind of interesting. I didn't think he would take that much damage going on. Whatever. That was a bigger hit than I expected. How much strike do I got going on here? 2,430. That's not that big of a deal. Huh. Okay. How about this yellow? Create 2 turn yellow countdown tiles that reduce another friendly countdown repeater. Nah. Save it for the fun stuff, right? Right. Oh no, he's now the lowest person. Nope, nope, nope. We gotta do that. Switch it up with Abigail Brand, right? No effect. Oh, they must be tied. They're tied in percentage now. So, can I switch it with Kane? And then switch it with Abigail? Switch it with Kane. Right? There we go. Now switch that with Abigail. Now he's the highest again. Yay! It's math. Okay. How about this black over here? What do we got? Deals damage to target increased by 25% for each 10% health Kane is missing. Aw, Kane's not missing that much anymore. That's kind of silly. Select damage, destroy those tiles, deal damage to a random target. Selected tiles contain a special tile, deal an extra hit to a random enemy, prioritizing a different target if possible. Sure. Why not? Well, like what? Like right here? Sure. There you go. And then cast this for fun. And we don't want dude to be in front. I guess we'll just make sure she's still in front. So I get my strike tiles, right? Still getting projectiles? How are you still getting projectiles? What am I missing over here? What's up, Charlie? Thanks for joining me, man. Brandon's okay. I'm not sure why he's still making projectiles right now. He should be the highest health percentage guy out there on this team, that is. Something's off. That's kind of weird. Transfer blues to blacks. And it's only so helpful. Yeah, I think I'll use it just to use it. Okay. So what do we got over here? Deals 10,000 damage to target. If his current health percentage is higher than target. I mean, he is, right? I think he is. So let's go. There you go. There's some damage. Good. Deal some more damage. Still doing projectiles though. This makes me think this would be a fun ability with Bishop. I was kind of thinking about it, but I didn't want to just run right to that. Now I'm making strike tiles. What makes you choose that now? Is your health really that much different now? It's kind of bizarre. Really need that percentage readout, developers. If you want me to look at his health percentage versus the enemy's health percentage, in the ability, can you say with a parenthesis 98% or 98.7%? You know, like, give me the nitty gritty on what it's going to do so I can compare and contrast. It's kind of hard to like look at those bars and see like, that's 99 and that's 98, you know, and say like, oh cool, I'm higher or lower. I think it's a reasonable request. I think it is. Okay, next up, day 2. Let's Thanos our way through these. Loners. Anyone's got a loner. Give me big purple, let's go. Okay, Strange. Batter up. I just wanted to get the gun off of there. I couldn't help it. I saw shiny. Oh no, Frankie Avalon's down. Move over here. Let's show our stuff. Same thing. Loner it up. I guess I'll take the black. Thank you. Not like I'm going to Winterfell or something and taking the black. Don't read into it. No one's gonna do that here. Give me that. We're out of here. Lost connection? Whoa, why? What? What? Why? What happened? Hold up. No. Bring me my screen. What are you doing here? Thank you for telling me, man. Seriously, I'm like just playing the game. Pfft, why did that happen? It's not like I changed anything. Power's still fine. That's bizarre. Weird. I don't remember any reason for that to do that. I don't think that's happened to me yet on this. Weird. I'm gonna write a sternly worded letter to somebody. I use just for those that are wondering, I use just the phone link app that comes on Windows. It works through Bluetooth. It's been working fine for me for I don't know how many years now. That's kind of weird that happened all of a sudden. Okay, day 2, toughen up. Scarlet Witch, Iceman, Commander. Commander's going to generate a bunch of free purple AP for them to use, and Iceman likes to use that purple AP to make all the red tiles turn to blue. 6 blue for him is a 4-turn stun. That sucks. They could also save that purple, and Scarlet Witch can use it at 14. Mighty expensive, but a big team hit with a random 5-turn stun given to somebody on your team. It's an annoying team to be sure, but I think we'll be fine. We're going to go in here with Captain Britain, Captain Avalon, and I know we talked about someone a moment ago. My memory is very short term. What was that? Maybe your Wi-Fi hiccuped? I don't know why the Wi-Fi would have hiccuped if you guys still were able to talk and hear me. I'm not going to argue with you, but you know what I'm saying, right? I'm going to snooze this ad break while we pick this team up, right? Snooze. There we go. Let's go ahead and we were looking at someone. We were doing this just earlier. We were talking about them, shooting the breeze. Nope. Nope. Not them. None of them. Probably not them. Who was it? I'm going to see it and I'm going to be like, ah, Eureka. Or not. Not is a very, very realistic thing. Oh, there he is, Dazzler. Because I was going to use the enemies actually hitting me and doing damage as a reason for her 5% to kick it. I got to be hit for 1,300 or more damage for this to kick in, and we should be making enough tiles hand over fist to make this work. So I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything here. I don't think so, but let's make sure she tanks it up. I mean, put it on her pocket radio, okay? This will help her green and red match damage out a lot and keep her in front more often. Let's give it a shot. I think we'll have enough friendly tiles out there, and Dazzler will keep in front because of this stuff. So let's get rid of that commander first because they make that free AP. We're doing a lot of damage already. That's kind of crazy. And there goes that projectile. There's Knight of the Realm. Okay, good. I could already hit him with this. That's crazy. Creates 4 strike tiles with a strength 174 for every additional 3 red AP she has. When this power is fired, create 3 strike tiles with a strength of 153. Just a real quick reminder, Dazzler's red is one of the better team ups to ask for puzzle gauntlet purposes. There's a couple of need so many strike tiles in this formation or in these corners or in this row or this quadrant of the world. And her red is really good. So request Dazzler and I think Dazzler team-ups are really good. Also, what was it? Ancient. I want to say May, and that's not. I don't think that's right. Not May. It's on tip of my tongue, and it's killing me. Someone's gonna say it, and I'm gonna be like, yes, that. I guess I'll take this yellow into blue madness. No. Dazzler's got to tank it. Dazzler has to tank it. So let's take this one. Now I'm looking up with a little bit of oh, is it still running? Still running? It is. Just paranoid now. Stupid, funny connection. With all those projectiles, she's not going to take the damage. There's the problem in my logic. She's not taking the damage because we have so many projectiles because of all our passives out there that Dazzler is never going to trigger. I did not think about that. Well, that's my bad, guys. Well, I guess we should just make... Ooh, this is what we should do. What's this thing right here? Arcane Incantation. It's making some purples. So we should... Yeah, we should do this. Let's go over to here to you. We'll fire off this red. Now we have these strike tiles out here, right? It's not much, but it's something. And then we can fire off this green. That does enemy team damage plus damage for every friendly special tile. Boop! That was an inadvertent part of the plan. I did not think about her green needing special tiles. I mean, if I was going to go with person needing special tiles on the board to do big damage, I would have honestly thought about well, a few different characters. I wasn't thinking about Dazzler for that. That's kind of funny that that worked out that way. I guess we're just going to finish this, right? That worked out a lot differently than I had thought of in my head. Her green got to max damage super fast because of the way these guys put out those tiles. Wasn't even factoring that in. Yeah, Maximus is really going to love teaming with him. And that's why he's here on the screen, right? The developers are like, you're going to want to use him. We're just going to put him right there. Totally not an accident. We didn't mean for this to... I mean, we did mean for this to happen. Ah, boy. Okay, so here's the big one. The one we've all been waiting for. Pins and needles, right? Riri Williams, Mockingbird, Decoy. Decoy generates green AP. Riri uses it to get you with the big uppercut. We're going to have plenty of friendly tiles on the board. So because of that, she's going to also go airborne for a turn. I wonder if we can abuse that somehow. And then Mockingbird basically is just sitting there to say, hey, if we get enough red AP, our matches are going to do more damage. If you make a match 4, we're going to get free AP. Or if we have 8 or more AP in that color, we get to cast a free ability. But the real problem is Riri's blue into red combo. Her red is really super damaging to your back 2 people. Her blue creates a lot of red, puts 4 red charge tiles in the middle, made from your special tiles. Super annoying for that purpose. And then she could just, you know, do a big old rocket punch to you guys. If they want to, they can save it for Mockingbird's red, but you wish that happened because it is based on having 2 turn countdown tiles, meaning you have a moment in time that you can disarm them before they go off. A lot better option than just taking a rocket fist to the face. Anyways, it's a race against time before they get the AP to basically punch you. God, it's Abigail Brand. I keep forgetting that that's a thing. Idea. Okay. Let's heal you up. Let's get... 4-star Marvel. 4-star Marvel can work with special tiles and countdowns, just like Brand likes to work with some special tiles and countdowns, and he likes special tiles too. I'm trying to think of a way to combine them all, and I'm saving Maximus for day 3's run. Okay. Captain Marvel here with this yellow says whenever a friendly countdown tile expires, improve 3 random friendly strike, attack, and projectiles by a large number. Okay. Photonic Barrage does a ton of damage. It makes a strike tile every turn while that countdown's out there. And this is just free AP. Whenever the opponent makes a match in their strongest color, gain 3 AP in your strongest color. We could definitely use that. But if they both are the same color, they also she deals damage to the enemy team. And yes, that can be buffed. I could put this to 5. It's not really worth it. I mean, it is, but Photonic Barrage is so strong. It's fun to have it at full strength. An Executive Decision just doesn't do as much punch if it's not at 5. Okay? Now, if you really want to maximize this, I suggest, like, if you want to, put a support on them. Put the Refreshment card on somebody. Every time anyone casts a power, that's another 3-turn countdown out there, and when that hits 0, you're going to get all those extra effects. Fun stuff. I'm going to try to go without that, obviously. Let's just make our AP and the old-fashioned way. See if we can get them to boost some of these strikes or some of these attack tiles that she might make. See what we can get through that way. It's risky, but I want to see it work. I'm sorry, what's that, Brian? Does Avalon's yellow, when you switch before the end, create true healing? Nah, Avalon is Oh, you mean like the swap itself? I was thinking about it as blue for the boost healing, the burst healing, sorry. I think it does, doesn't it? Let's give that a try, like, by the end of the fight, okay? We'll give that a try, just to see it live and in action. I think it might be right, though. That's a good point. Avalon with 3 Phyla-Vel to create AP. I'll take a look. Why not? Let's take a look. Just because. I think I know what you're talking about. 3 Phyla-Vel, the green. And I want to say her green says, hey, when she's like 50% or lower health, she starts creating free AP, which is cool, but that means a little bit of tenderize. Someone's got to take hits, and then he's got to do the swap, right? So let's just take a look for posterity's sake. Cosmic Awareness. When at 50% health or less, gains Cosmic Awareness. While in that state, at the start of her turn, Phyla-Vel gains 1 red and 1 green AP. At the end of her turn, destroys 1 tile in enemy team's strongest color. I mean, sure. I'm not going to front you at all on that one. Yes, you could get 1 extra red and 1 extra green AP. And that's at the start of the turn. That 1 tile at the end of the turn, destroy a tile in the enemy's strongest color. That could create another cascade. This could do things, some magical things for you. You'd have to take enough damage to get down to 50% and make sure you swap to make this work right, though. It's not impossible. It's just, I don't know if it's worth the... maybe it is. I don't know. Let me come back to you on that one. I might use this on tomorrow's day 3, 3rd node, the one where you go against, I can't think of their names right now, Agent Venom, Deadpool, and Peggy. Those people. I might use this against them. Give that a try. Because A, it's a passive, and Peggy can't do anything against passives, right? This would be free AP, free cascade potential against that passive. That's probably a good idea. We should write this down somewhere. We should write this down. So we'll make this a date. Wednesday, I'm going to run day 3 and day 4 together, and we'll do this then. Sound good? I think it sounds good. I'm going to jot this down right over here. I have a notepad up. Put this phone down. What is that? Day 3, 3rd node. 3-star Phyla-Vel. There we go, right? And then while we're at it, 4th node, Maximus. Just put it in there. There we go. We have a date set. Thank you very much. Well, give us a try. It'll be fun. The reason why I asked that is I'm playing PvP with a loner Avalon. Oops, almost moved that all the way there. There we go. Shang was left with 20% health. I used the yellow power from Avalon to switch percentages, and Shang was fully healed. Avalon was hurt. That's kind of cool. Nice. Might as well abuse that, right? Sounds like a fun reason right there. Sounds like you got your answer too, but I'll go ahead and play around with that. If I get the option, the idea at the end of the fight, I'll try to run that real quick. I'm sorry, I missed something over there, Dark. Be pretty sad if he took his teammates' HP just for burst healing that goes away next node. That's fair. That's a fair thought right there. Anything else in here? No? Okay. Let's get back to the one we were talking about earlier. Marvel, which is funny that she is Marvel in a way. Doop. Okay, let's go. I like the thoughts we're all getting here, though. I like the lab. We're in a laboratory together. Yay! Anyways, hey you need to go away. Let's make some tiles ASAP, right? So I'm going to take the yellow, I guess, right? The yellow crit. Okay, so we got some tiles already. Let's get some more yellows. Give me my strikes. I want my strikes, like now. Now. I guess I could have Marvel take the hit. Right? What's the point, right? I don't know. Do that one? This would kind of ensure that Avalon stays on top. There we are. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see Avalon stay in the top ranking of health, right? Right. What's this red going to do? Deals damage to the target. Decent amount. Current helps it higher than the target. It is. Increase the damage by for each 5% he's higher. You know what? That's beautiful. Let's go. That's a dead goon. Beautiful. What's that? I missed that over there. Hey, Say. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for joining the chat. I appreciate. Okay. Let's keep it going. That worked decently well right there, but I want to get that that countdown in there. I don't think I want it that way. There's a song there. I'm not singing it. Just came to mind. Do I create this now? Creates 2-turn yellow countdown tile that reduces another friendly repeater or countdown to 0. Could do that. There is no countdown out there right now. This isn't going to do a countdown. We want countdowns. That's the whole fun of this, right? So let's go. There's a 2-turn countdown out there. There we go. Nice. I want to boost one of these things on up there. And don't make me match that green. Don't do that. I wanted to keep that strike. That strike tile is like a strike tile to me. Okay. I guess I'm going to cast this again. Ooh, they're going to trigger each other. You hope you bring the luck? Well, thanks, man. I hope you do too. I don't want to match the red either. Well, they don't have enough AP to fire anything, right? No, they don't. So I guess I could take the red and put him in front for a moment. Oh, they took my green. Okay, here we go. Brand loyalty. Boom. Boom. And then... all right, now what are we looking at? 6,180 for strike, 3,532 for protect. They definitely got boosted. Good stuff. I'm trying to make use of Abigail Brand here as best I can. Really trying. Who's going to make that match? Abigail will? Good. That means Abigail's going to get uppercutted through the stratosphere. But here we go. Bam! But then there goes Riri as well. I guess I take the red in the middle. Yikes. Let's go. Wow, 13,000. Okay. Kind of want to do that some more. Well, I guess I could do it to Riri. She's missing a lot more now, right? This would be more damage. So let's go. 38,000. He's barely that much higher than her at the time, and he just said, "Nah, I'm taking off your arm." Okay, well, let's make another match. 15,000. Jeez. Sorry, you have to go early. Mom wants to go to bed. That's okay. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do. Say. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Let's match that red. Yeah, we should match that red. 16,000. Dang. Stop getting rid of my strikes. I like those. They're fun. Get rid of that yellow. There we go. If only so I could do one more of these over here on the left. Some more brand loyalty. That sounds like something that like another YouTube streamer would say. I really don't know if anyone would say it, but just brand loyalty, right? Like, this is my brand. Flame jet. Repeater. Activates every turn. Oh, it's only for countdowns with Marvel, right? But I don't have a use for green AP, so I might as well fire it, right? Yeah, let's do that. Might as well. And we're in the neighborhood. Might as well just stop by. Take this black. There we go. Wow. That worked really well. Here's another countdown tile. We'll just throw that right over here for fun. How much are we going to get out of this now? 10,000. That flame... Geez, that flame jet just keeps brand healing. You're dead now. Blue, black, done. This wasn't really that bad of a deal at all. We got rid of the goon really early with his red. We just kept getting 5 yellow AP when we could, casting brand loyalty. That boost of like 800 plus on each of the strike and or protect tiles. Like, well, not each, but 3 of them that are out there. That just made super strong tiles pretty quick. I only had like 3 or 4 countdowns go off, and geez, like an average of like 11 to 13,000 damage on each of my matches I was doing. It's not like Shang-Chi numbers. It's not like we're doing super stupid numbers there, but that's enough to get the job done. That was enough. And we just used a 4-star Marvel. This isn't even like doing like some of our fun other, obvious combos. These are things that you yourself could throw together at home with your own science kit. All right. That's it for now. Wednesday, we're going to turn this around. We're going to run days 3 and 4 for Welcome to S.H.I.E.L.D. Maybe they'll fix the picture by then. Maybe it won't be Maximus. Maybe he'll still be here. I don't know. No one does. So we'll see what happens. But thank you very much for joining me, everybody. I really appreciate it, as always. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Say, Brian, Micon. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but thanks for the Phylavel tip. We'll be using that one on Wednesday as well. Charlie and John, thank you very much. Over on the Twitch side, thanks again, Dark and John, for showing up as always. I always appreciate you guys joining the chat. It's always fun. Okay, later, everybody. Have a good one. See you.